If you happen to be in Vietnam during the Lunar New Year called Tet, you're going to have a unique cultural experience that happens only once a year. This is my follow-up video on what to know about Tet. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief guide on what you can do during Tet in Ho Chi Minh City. Hi, thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm Thuy of Travel Vietnam, and on my channel I share travel tips and local insights. Tet is the Vietnamese Lunar New Year, and it falls on January 29th this year. It's the biggest and longest holiday in Vietnam. Government and private businesses close up to a week during this period. This is the time when many people go back to their hometown and villages to spend time with their families. During the first few days of Tet, it's a tradition to visit the homes of families and friends to exchange New Year greetings. Afterwards, people enjoy leisurely time going to different venues for photo taking. Even though many businesses and restaurants are closed from January 28th to February 1st, there are colorful Tet events and some tourist attractions that are open throughout the holiday. Here's my list of 10 things you can do during the Lunar New Year in Ho Chi Minh City. One of the first venues to kickstart Tet is the Calligraphy Street in front of the Youth Cultural House on Pham Ngoc That Street. This opened on January 13th and will run through February 2nd. It's a popular venue for photo check-in and purchasing customized calligraphy arts and gifts. This street is usually adorned with bright yellow chrysanthemum trees. Though they're fake, they still make for a nice photo op. In the daytime, it's popular for photo taking. In the evening, it gets packed with people, and it's more lively with food vendors and live entertainment. A couple of weeks before the New Year, flower markets will open throughout Ho Chi Minh City. There are 7 flower markets in various parts of the city. Some popular places include Lê Văn Tám Park, September 23rd Park, Gia Điện Park, and Phu My Hung in District 7. The Tet flower for southern Vietnam is the yellow chrysanthemum, so you'll see this everywhere. For Hanoi and the northern region, the Tet flower is the peach blossom, which looks like a Japanese cherry blossom. Like a pine tree for Christmas, the Tet flower is a plant decoration that's in nearly every home and businesses during this time. One of my favorite flower markets is at the Binh Dong Wharf in District 8 near Chinatown. This is a really unique market because it's a flower market on land and water. Boats carrying flowers, bonsais, and kumquat trees come from the Mekong Delta to this pier to sell their goods. They arrive around mid-January and stay until the eve of Tet on January 28th. It's a spectacular display with boats lined up along the pier and the buzzing atmosphere with sellers and shoppers. This place is really a photographer's dream. Besides the flower market, there's also cultural events and food stalls set up along the canal. This particular stall sells Bant, which is similar to the Bánh Chưng, the square version of the traditional Tet sticky rice cake. As you can see, they're assembling the Bant so you can see what goes in there and how it's wrapped. If you want to try your hand, they actually let people wrap one up themselves. Every Tet, Nguyễn Huệ Street gets transformed into a flower street with one of the 12 animal zodiac as the mascot. 2025 is the year of the snake, and this is the 3D concept of the centerpiece. So the entire street is decorated with flowers, and the animal theme appears throughout. Last year was the impressive display of the dragon, and the previous was the year of the cat. Let's see what spectacular designs they come up with this year. The flower street will be inaugurated on the evening of January 27th and remain open up to February 2nd. Gia Điện Park is also another popular place with many colorful flower displays and plenty of activities and entertainment for families and kids. What's special here is that they have some rare high-value bonsais, which are on display every year. This opens from January 24th to February 2nd. The Tet holiday is an appropriate time to visit Chợ Lớn or Chinatown, since most people know the Lunar New Year as Chinese New Year. Before Tet, you can visit Lang Ông Street and be in awe of the colorful Tet decorations, or visit some beautiful ancient temples in the area. On the days after Tet, there will be many dragon dance performances around town, with businesses reopening for the new year. Temples will be crowded, and it's fascinating observing the spiritual practices of the Vietnamese Chinese people. Throughout the country, there's fireworks at the stroke of midnight on the eve of Tet. In Ho Chi Minh City, the best place to view fireworks is along Bac Dang Park. Or if you're staying at any of the high-rise hotels in city center with a view of the river, you can watch it from there. One of the city's most popular activity is the hop-on, hop-off bus. It's a fun way to explore the city. They have two routes, one that goes around the city and the other goes to Dinh or Chinatown in District 5. The water bus is a great way to experience a boat ride on the Saigon River and see a different perspective of Ho Chi Minh City. Tickets cost less than $1. You can book your ticket at their website or purchase at Bant Station. Museums like the Fine Arts Museum, War Crimes, Independence Palace will be open during Tet, with some closing only on January 28th, the eve of Tet. There are some day trips operating during the Tet period to places like the Cu Chi Tunnels, the Mekong Delta, and Gunza Mangrove Forest. You can check out my links in the description for more information. So as you can see, there are plenty of things to see and do during Tet. If you're in Vietnam during this time, enjoy the festive atmosphere and chúc mừng năm mới!